This block of land slopes gently to the south, and uphill it's in pretty good shape. Not too many weeds, and everything looks to be reasonably in balance and in harmony. But if we go a little bit downhill here, we have all the dumped garden refuse, green garden waste that's been dumped here, and everything's completely out of whack. It's full of weeds. We've got nightshade. We go a little bit further over here and there's heaps of fleabane, twiggy malone weeds there, and we go around and there's heaps of them. And over this side we've got just the common nodding thistle, and around here this one's a little bit of a worry. We think that may be bone seed, which is a big problem. So interestingly, recently somebody's been cutting the tops off some of these weeds, and I hope that somebody who's doing some sort of weed identification and who can help us do something about this. We're not allowed to touch this land. It's National Parks land, and if we touch it, we'll get prosecuted. Over here there's another weed that's had the tops cut off, and that's purple top weed. So interesting to see what's going on with all the tops of these weeds cut off. I suspect maybe a ranger has cut them off for identification. And also here, the paper daisies are natives, but as you can see, around where the domestic waste is, they're growing out of balance. They're not growing like they do everywhere else. And lastly, if we go over here, also downhill from the green waste, there's heaps of agapanthus growing, which are a real problem. So basically, we're trying to encourage people not to put your green waste in the bush. It's painfully obvious here that it creates an absolute mess and an ecosystem that's completely out of whack.